So, good morning and welcome back to Daily Transfer Update. Happy Wednesday, it's halfway through the week, happy hump day. We have a game tomorrow. Freddie Ljungberg did his press conference yesterday evening. If you haven't checked that out on my channel, then fully go back and check that out. Bit of a weird press conference if I'm being honest, but I'm not going to mention too more about it. Go and check that out. I did that yesterday evening. That was the 5 o'clock stream. So go and check that one out if you haven't already. We're going to start off with Carlo Ancelotti. Now, when I did my 9 o'clock stream last night, and bear with me, because if he has been sacked already, I am recording this at 11 o'clock at night, Spanish time, so just gone 10 o'clock at night, UK time. There was reports going around Italy that he is on the verge of the sack. Now, how true that is, we will find out. Like I said, if he has been sacked, bear with me. But they're currently not doing that great over in Italy at the minute. There's a lot of drama around that club right now. Players' wives are scared to stay at home. They're under 24-hour security. Some of them have been put into safe houses. The ultras over there are going absolutely mad. Which, listen, each country's different. Over here, it's embarrassing if you sit on a camera like I'm doing and spout negativity about the club. Over in certain countries like Italy, their fans take it to the extreme and start trying to kidnap players and kidnap wives and stuff like that. So every culture, every country is different. But what I will say is that he is on the verge of the sack as I record this at 10 past 11 at night. And he would be somebody I would definitely take. Listen, when Arsene Wenger left the club, he was my number one choice to be Arsenal manager. I wanted him so badly to be the manager of this club. He's managed Real Madrid, he's managed AC Milan, he's managed Chelsea. He's won stuff everywhere he's been at them clubs. He's obviously gone out into Napoli. Hasn't quite worked out the way he wanted it to, but he did get him a title challenge. It fell away in the end. They flopped in the end. Very similar to how Liverpool did against Man City many years ago under Brendan Rodgers. But at the same time, he is a top-class manager. And we could do a lot worse than going and getting Carlo Ancelotti into the club. Now, for me, I would take the guy in an absolute heartbeat. The guy has managed two of the biggest powerhouses in world football in terms of European pedigree, AC Milan and Real Madrid. He's managed massive egos at both of them clubs. If you look at the players that he was in charge of at Real Madrid and at AC Milan, they're some of the best players to ever have played football in my generation, in my lifetime. Why wouldn't I want Ancelotti at the club? Is he the great manager that he once was? Probably not. Is he still a very good manager and a lot better than most candidates out there? All day long he is. All day long. I would take Ancelotti just like that. I think he's absolutely superb. And if he is available and if it does get to the point where he is sacked as Napoli manager, firstly, you don't have to pay a buyout clause to Napoli for his services. Secondly, he speaks very good English. Thirdly, he's managed in the Premier League with Chelsea and won with Chelsea. So he knows what it takes. He knows what it's all about in the Premier League. Obviously, he was at a club that are a lot more ruthless than ours at Chelsea. They don't ramp. They don't take liberties. They're just like, yep, guess what? You still won. You're gone. Bye. A year later, gone. So I would take him. I think he's ideal. And I think that, like I said, this job needs to be given to somebody that is not going to walk into the club and think the job's too big for them. Right now, we've got Freddie Ljungberg. In my opinion, he's out of his depth. That's only my opinion. I think he's out of his depth. Unai Emery, out of his depth. Arsene Wenger, towards the latter days, out of his depth. We need somebody in that Ancelotti mould that has managed bigger clubs than Arsenal and managed them to glory. Managed bigger egos than what we've got at our club. And I'd fully take him. I think the guy is absolutely brilliant. And like I said, the fact that he ticks all the boxes, he's managed two powerhouses, he's managed Chelsea to trophies, he's managed in the Premier League, he's managed massive egos in terms of player personnel. I think he's ticked every box. I genuinely do believe if he gets sacked, we should fully make him our manager. And he'd walk into the club, just transform it very quickly, I think. Let's not forget as well, when he was at Real Madrid, he did sell Mesut Ozil. He came out famously and called him a bitch. He later apologised for that, but that could be maybe a little sticking point. He's coming in again if he does come in and Ozil's at the club now. But don't let that put him off. Don't let that put you off him coming in, because out of the candidates that are out there, I think him and Rafa Benitez are probably above everybody else. That's just my opinion. I'll take Nuno Espirito Santo, but I do think Don Carlo could be the answer to the problems. But that's just my opinion on it. Leave it all in the comment section down below. Let me know what your thoughts and thinking is on it. Like I said, as I've recorded this, he still has a job at Napoli, but all the talk coming out of Sky Italia is that he's on the verge of the sack. And normally these Italian journalists are on the ball. They get it pretty sharp and pretty quick, and they're normally spot on. So yeah, let's move on to Eddie Nketiah. Now, Eddie Nketiah is currently on loan at Leeds United, and their boss is Marco Bielsa. Again, a very good manager, a very good coach, Spygate and all of that. But he expects Eddie Nketiah to continue at the club. Now, he spoke via Leeds Live. And he said that it'd be ideal for Eddie Nketiah to stay. I hope he continues, and I wish he wants to stay with us. I think Eddie's integration into Leeds is going to be good if he stays in January and one more year. What we tried to do is that he feels that Leeds United is a proper place for him to develop. But obviously we cannot compete with the top teams in the Premier League. But I am sure that if Nketiah succeeds here in Leeds, the next step is that he's going to the top clubs in the Premier League. It could well mean that obviously Bristol City, that were linked with him, might not be able to get him now. And obviously there was a lot of rumours coming out that Arsenal might recall him and that he might come back and then we might loan him out to Bristol City. But that's a glowing report from Bielsa. But that bodes the question, why is he started no league games for them this season? He's literally not started a single game for Leeds United. Yet every time he comes off of the bench as a sub, he impacts the game. He either scores the equaliser, he scores the winner, he creates the winner. And he's only made 11 appearances for them. He's scored about 6 goals and 3 assists or something stupid. Pretty mad stats. And I don't think he's good enough to start for Arsenal. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and start bigging him up that high. But I do think that at Leeds United, I think they should keep him and they should start him. So I know they've got a good team. I know they're sat top of the Championship. They're red-hot favourites to come up, and I wish them all the best as well. They're a massive football club, and they fully deserve to come back to the Premier League. Wicked away day, wicked nightclubs. Leeds is a banging city. So yeah, that might be one I fly back from Spain for if they come up. But yeah, why not bring him? Why not bring him into their team? Why not start him for Leeds United week in, week out? But I'm not Bielsa. I'm not making them decisions, and I'm not also the hierarchy at Arsenal that are looking at that, thinking, well, shall we bring him back and loan him somewhere else? I don't know. Again, leave it in the comment section down there. Let me know what you think about Eddie Nketiah. Should he stay at Leeds United, or should we recall him and loan him out somewhere else? Last but by no means least is Henrik Mkhitaryan. Now, all the reports coming out of Italy right now are that there's no clause in the contract to purchase him. He's obviously gone on loan to Roma. He's not doing too bad out there. He scored a couple of goals the other week. He's doing all right. And he's doing better than he did at Arsenal, put it that way. Although saying that weren't difficult because he literally did nothing. And yeah, there's a report going around that suggests there's no clause in the contract that says at the end of this loan spell they have an option to purchase him. Now, the report that I read said that the reason for that is because they want to get him on the cheap. They don't want to have something that they're tied into, i.e. a 15, 20, 25 million pound purchase order. They want to wait until the end of the loan, and then they want to go, yeah, cool, we'll give you X amount. And they're looking to try and do it as cheap as they possibly can. Now, for me, he was never good enough for Arsenal. I don't think he was ever good enough for the Premier League. He looked fantastic at Dortmund, but it's not the Premier League. He went to Man United and that didn't work out. He was then part of the Alexis swap deal, another masterstroke from this football club. And yeah, that didn't work out. But all the talk coming out of Italy is that they could get him in the summer, but they want to do it on a free, and there's no purchase order in there, compulsory purchase order in there. So again, leave that one in the comment section down there. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Do stick a thumbs up on this video. I will be back tomorrow evening getting your starting 11s at 5 o'clock, and then at 9 o'clock I will be going with my starting 11, my preview for the game, and my score prediction. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, follow the socials. They're all in the description. Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Until tomorrow, I'm out of here. Laters, peeps.